If you're serious about giving your ball python or boa constrictor the best enclosure possible, not just surviving in an undersized enclosure or even a tub, this is gonna be the build you need to see. We're talking upgraded substrate, optimized humidity, and so much space for your ball python or boa constrictor to be enriched and stretch out fully. Full lighting automation, humidity control, temperature control, and the best part, it's not gonna cost you more than $300. This is the ultimate setup that makes the most sense for you and your snake. The enclosure that you're about to see is for our rescue snake, Snowy's girlfriend, Pretzel. Honestly, this is gonna be one of the best build videos that I've done yet because it's gonna be a mix of the substrate that I use that is best for humidity and the best ball python boa constrictor setup that you could buy for under $100. So from everything from the substrate to even the lighting, I have it all linked in the description below on my Amazon storefront. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the base of the substrate. I have used just about every single combo that you could possibly think of. And what I have come to find is that the coconut fiber substrate with the Reptibark is by far the best humidity control. From the last video, we used cypress mulch for the top layer. We're switching that out, so make sure you guys are still watching. I'm telling you guys right now that this mix is by far the best one that holds humidity. There is virtually no smell and no mold. And it gives the snakes exactly what it wants under the body. So layer number one, we're gonna be using a coconut fiber substrate. I like to keep this damp but not soaked. It acts as your moisture engine. Mixed into that, we are going to be using the Reptibark. It adds texture, airflow, and a cleaner smell over time. Top layer, Coco husk. It holds moisture longer than the cypress mulch. It doesn't dry out nearly as fast. And I don't need to keep track of the humidity levels as often as I do with the cypress. Now, in the last video of the best substrate mix, yes, I have been using the cypress mulch for quite some time now, but I have realized over time that the Coco husk holds it way better and it does not dry out nearly as fast. If you prefer cypress mulch, you can still use it. Just beware that the top layer will dry out a lot faster. This mix works, it holds, and it makes sense for you and your snakes. To start, you put the coconut fiber substrate in there like the brick. Then you fill it up. Depending on the size of the container, you want it to be at least half submerged. Then you just let that sit. Now, while that's sitting, let's get our grow tent opened up. And as you guys can see, I use the same brands that are on my Amazon storefront. So we're gonna have 2 sets of poles, all your elbows. These are gonna be clutch. This is where you're gonna hang your lights and your heat off of. Then your grow tent. Look at the size of this box. Viewing window, and they give you a little bottom, but it's only a 2x2. So if you plan on doing this vertically, this will work as the bottom. You just connect the letters A to H, and there's only one way that they go in. And then these ones, these 3 will just go right together. CBD. Now that you have all your poles connected, you connect all of them. Make sure they get put in there pretty good. You'll hear like a little snap. Now that it's together, just put it in. It doesn't have to be perfect, just get it in. You'll see this thing come to life here quickly. And there you go. It's together. Now you see all this stuff right here? Like this is for venting. You wanna tie or zip tie all these off. Now, it's done. Grow tent is put together in under 10 minutes. And it's super lightweight. This is what you want. You gotta keep it in there a little bit longer, let it swell up. So once that's all broken up, you're gonna mix in however much Reptibark you need, mix it all together, and that is going to be your base layer. We're gonna talk about heating and lighting. Highly suggest that you guys invest or get stuff from Gobi. They have so many different smart plugs that you can get. Automate everything. Back to the grow tent thing. When that's on its side, snap that on. That's gonna be right on top of the enclosure from one side to the other. Heating and lighting fixtures are gonna have hooks. Zip ties. This is why I say zip ties. it's just gonna hang there. For the light, you do not need a cage, but for the heat, depending on what type of heat you use, so if you have a radiant panel, you can connect both of them together across. If you're using the ceramic heaters, the infrared, put a cage over it, and then tie it all down with the zip ties. The ceramic infrared heat emitters, 100 watts a piece, work amazing, and you have heat all day long. And the grow tent will keep the humidity and the heat levels. The ambient temps will be right at 82. If you set your thermostat to 82 degrees, your entire grow tent will be 82 degrees. You still have a cool side, you still have a warm side, but the ambient overall heat will be right around 82, which is perfect. Back to the smart plugs and smart options. We have these LED bulbs. They do not get hot, and they're amazing. Again, I like to use Govee. All the stuff is in the link in my description. A 4-pack costs like 25 bucks. You can mimic sunset, sunrise, and have it timed so that you're not shocking your animal with an instant light on, light off. And again, you don't need a cage for these. You simply plug it in. You can design, if you want some cool colors, just remember, snakes don't always do well with different colors, but it's fully customizable. Download the app and you can automate everything. And last but not least, another Govee item. This is temp and humidity. See how small this thing is? You put it right down at the bottom of the enclosure, somewhere where it's not directly underneath the heat. Put it center, put it wherever the cooler spot is or wherever you want to keep temps really accurate. This is going to give you the perfect reading, and it's 24/7. So if you leave the house, you can get warnings if the humidity drops. If you go on vacation, you can watch the temps and humidity. If they drop, you can send someone over. It's super versatile. Govee has a lot of cool equipment. No, this video is not sponsored. I just really like their stuff. So again, this is all for Pretzel. This is Snowy's girlfriend. Snowy's been all over the place. I don't even know. He's probably hiding. Yeah, he's hiding in my shirt because I'm kind of sweating. It's a little hot in here. And he thinks my sweat is like a humid hide or something. That in this video has been used is on my Amazon storefront. So if you guys want to check out any of the product, budget friendly, not so budget friendly, enclosures, substrate, everything. So make sure to check that out. The link is in the description. This is the part that most people miss. Snakes are not just low maintenance pets. They're actually quite instinctual. They're very sensitive to stress. And if you give them the right environment, they don't just survive, they actually thrive. And that's what happens when you pay attention to your snake and you troubleshoot all the issues along the way. And don't let anybody fool you. There's been a lot of mistakes, a lot of trial and error. That's why I have this channel for you guys to understand the mistakes that we made so that you don't have to make them as well. People beat themselves up. Don't worry about it. It's all part of the game. And look, if you guys made it this far, you're not just a reptile owner. You're somebody who wants to get it right for your animal. So if you guys like seeing builds like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop any comments down below if you have any questions, if you want to see arboreal setups, hatchling setups, or whatever it may be. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what type of snake you have. Until next time.